Sports presents the Dean Trailways fifth quarter.
In the blink of an eye, we have made it to the end of the high school football regular season. Welcome into this Week 9 edition of the Dean Trailways fifth quarter. I'm Ian Kress.
And I'm Tyler Driesengo. What a season it has been for the Springport Spartans. They came into play tonight unbeaten after a huge win over Union City last week. With a win tonight, they'd finish undefeated in the regular season for the first time since 2010. Head coach Ben Pack is in year 2 with the Spartans. And what a job he's done. The whole community has really rallied around this team's success. This game was brought to you by the letter D for defense. Late first half, Springport's Dallas Higelmeyer makes the interception and returns it up the sideline. Springport was up 7-0 at the half after that key stop. Early fourth quarter, it's more of the same. Bronson looking to pass again, but the throw is picked off by Gibson Overway. He's got room to roam on the return. Key turnover after key turnover, but the Spartans couldn't turn them into points. Bronson ball again, still down, just 7-0. Quarterback's got plenty of time to throw. He heaves it downfield, and guess what?
Picked off?
It's picked off again. Caden Woyane does the honors this time, but Springport would go 3 and out, so Bronson's got one last chance. Can the defense come up with yet another stop? You bet. Christian Jones gets home for the sack on the last play of the game. Springport wins 7-0. to finish the season unbeaten. It's the 5th time this season the Spartans have shut out their opponent.
We've got great players, and the coaches do a great job of scripting the practices and putting them in situations during practice. And, just tough kids. I mean, they're just headsy kids. They're smart. They're football savvy. And that's what makes us good.
Dude, I grew up on these sidelines, and my dad is a coach. I've seen the crowd, I've seen the players. Like, I'm never going to be that big. I'm never going to be out in that field, but here I am, senior year, making plays and enjoying the crowd, dude. It's surreal.
Yeah, dude, it's surreal right there. Well, coming off a big comeback win over Ithaca last week, Fowler was back at home tonight for another big non-conference matchup.
Yeah, the 6-2 Eagles welcomed in 6-2 McBain. For more on this matchup, we bring in our Desharian McBroom and Kara Adams.
Yeah, guys, Fowler has ended the last 2 seasons with a win over McBain, so they were looking to make it 3 straight over the Ramblers tonight.
It wouldn't be easy, though, because McBain has a high-powered offense and put up 71 points a week ago. And this game was going to come down to the last few minutes to see who wanted it more. Third quarter, McBain's Thomas Maloney trying to make something happen, but he loses the ball, and Quentin Esch hops on it for Fowler to give it right back to the Eagles. That recovery would lead to a Fowler quarterback keeper as Coach Novak keeps it and tells the defender to get off me. He's in for the touchdown. Fowler ties things at 14. In the fourth, McBain has it back, and they toss it to Lakai Campbell, who looks for a receiver but puts his head down and takes off. And he's going to run up the sideline, and no one was going to catch him. He scores on the 86-yard touchdown to put the Ramblers up by 7. Fowler needs a score to stay in the game, but they fumble and McBain falls on it as McBain would escape with the 21-14 win over Fowler.
Moving to Ithaca High School, the Yellow Jackets welcomed undefeated Beale City to town and were looking to get back in the win column after a loss to Fowler last week. But Beale City led 32-0 when I got there in the third quarter. The Aggies found themselves with the ball once again. Avery Small made his way into the end zone right there to make it 39-0. But the Yellow Jackets wouldn't go down without a little fight. Gibson Rondi looking, fires a pass into the end zone to Elijah Smith to make it 39-6. Ithaca decides to go for 2 right here. Rondi's looking once again. He finds Riley Guild this time to make it 39-8, but it was a little too late, and Beale City wins it 39-8 and stays undefeated on the season.
Let's go to Lansing Catholic looking for the big upset win on the road against Pewamo Westphalia. In the first quarter, Pewamo Westphalia punting on 4th down, but Lansing Catholic going to muff the punt, and Luke Paxton gets the recovery to give the Pilots great field position. and off the fumble. Alex Nuremberg gets the pitch, hits his blockers, and he is outside, scores on the 27-yard touchdown, put Pirates up 14-0. PW would get it back, and from there, it's Ty Thalen on the quarterback keeper. He scores the touchdown as they go up 22-0 after the 2-point conversion. Later in the second, Thalen throws it left to Damon Hunn, who scores the touchdown as PW takes down Lansing Catholic 35-7. It's time for our first break of the night, and when we come back, we'll see if DeWitt could win the CAAC Blue outright.
And Fowlerville is the last team in the playoffs in Division 4 and was taking on Charlotte tonight. Both teams were looking to keep their playoff dreams alive. All that and more on the Dean Trailways 5th quarter after the break.
Welcome back. DeWitt was in search of its second straight undefeated regular season tonight, taking on Lansing Everett.
And after losing 3 straight, Lansing Everett got back in the win column last week against Holt and are continuing their fight for playoff position.
DeWitt on the road, like we said, taking on Lansing Everett, but from the opening possession, it was all DeWitt as they get it to Tyler Bayshore, who gets the handoff, shooting right up the gap, makes it look easy, scoring the touchdown. DeWitt takes the early 7-0 lead. Later in the quarter, Trav Moore lays down the boom on his way to the short yard touchdown. DeWitt goes up 14-0. Still in the first, Channing Ridley on the jet sweep hits the outside, and he's going to run in for the touchdown as DeWitt made it look easy with the 63-7 win over Lansing Everett.
Elsewhere in the CAAC Blue, East Lansing welcomed in Holt. Both teams still fighting for a playoff spot. Trojans would strike first in this one. Baylor Shahansky runs it in from 8 yards out. Holt did respond, though, a little later in the first quarter. How about LaDon Hatcher muscling up on a 6-yard touchdown run, making this a 7-7 game after one. East Lansing was back near the goal line early in the second quarter, and quarterback B.J. Ardister keeps it himself and reaches the end zone. Holt did tie things up. However, after the East Lansing defense got a big stop on 4th down, Shahansky gets loose, goes untouched down the sideline for a 79-yard touchdown run. East Lansing goes on to take down Holt 28-14 and will reach the playoffs with a 4-5 record.
It was senior night for Grand Ledge as Okemos made the trip to face the 6-2 Comets. Grand Ledge strikes first early in the first quarter. Nick Terranova looks deep over the middle. Coleman Van Fossen goes up and gets it through traffic. Comets take a 7-0 lead. Second quarter, Grand Ledge starts to pull away. A fumble by Okemos is pounced on by Laval Jones-Simpson. He's got himself a scoop and score to grow the Comet lead to 21-6. Next Grand Ledge possession. Ashton Delaney takes the handoff and breaks through a big hole, his second TD of the game. Grand Ledge wins big on senior night, 63-6, the final.
To Ovid-Elsie we go. The Mariners welcomed Waverly to town tonight. And into the second quarter, Ovid-Elsie leads 21-6. Quarterback Owen Long looking, and why not just run it in himself for the touchdown? He makes it 28-6 Ovid-Elsie. Waverly needs something here. Robert Dursey III. He goes deep and connects with Kaiser Cooper to give the Warriors a little momentum in this second half. Quick handoff right here to Amir Brown. He finds the gap and gets the Warriors on the board here. Waverly's going to go for the 2-point conversion here next. Dorsey finds a wide open Cooper, and they cut Ovid-Elsie's lead to 14, slowly trying to make their way back into this one, but the Mariners won't let them get much closer. Owen Long, he takes it himself right here, and Ovid-Elsie makes it 35-14, but their scoring wouldn't end there, and they went on to win at 56-27 and finish their regular season 7-2.
Well, in Division 4, Fowlerville was in the last playoff spot heading into tonight and needed a win to solidify its standing.
Meanwhile, Charlotte came into tonight with the same record, but sitting 7 spots out of the playoffs, so they would need a win and some help.
Well, this one was down to the wire just as you would expect. In the third quarter, Fowlerville quarterback Sam Schrader drops it off to Zach Juaperi, who does the rest and gives the Gladiators a 19-6 lead. The Orioles would have a response, though, in the fourth quarter. Evan Kolosky rolls out and is going to find his man Jack Davey on the run in the end zone to make this a one-score game once again. Fowlerville then had a chance to seal things late in the game. Facing 4th and goal, Schrader connects with Dylan Soley for a very special touchdown. With this touchdown pass, Schrader broke Fowlerville's single-season passing touchdown record with 17, and Soley broke the single-season touchdown reception record with 15. Both records were from 1967. Fowlerville wins this one 27-20 to clinch a spot in the playoffs.
Moving back to Lansing, it was the crosstown rivalry between Lansing Sexton and Lansing Eastern. This is the 97th year of this rivalry being played. Into the first quarter here, a quick little handoff to Damian Brown, who powers his way into the end zone to get the J-Dubs on the board first. Second quarter here, Eastern down 7-0. Martel Murchison, he almost has this interception right here, but he just lets it slip, and Sexton catches a lucky break and finds himself in the red zone here. QB Abdul Carter Foreman connects with Willie Brown to put the J-Dubs up 14-0. Sexton went on to shut out their rival Eastern and win at 46-0 and made it 5 straight wins over their rivals.
Well, over at Hazlitt, it was a battle of Vikings as Hazlitt welcomed Jackson to town, who marched right down the field on its opening drive. Quarterback Jaden Marinas runs in the first score of the game. Jackson took over 6 minutes off the clock on the first drive and then had a chance to increase its lead in the second quarter. However, on 4th down near the goal line, Hazlitt's Asher Newman comes up with a huge stop to give the ball back to Hazlitt. Then with under a minute to go in the second quarter, Hazlitt finally able to get on the board. Charlie Dutcher throws it short to Cornelius Malone, who does the rest, and Malone makes sure to say, "Hello, everyone." Hazlitt goes on to take down Jackson tonight 32-10.
Over at Leslie High School, the Blackhawks hosting the Jayhawks of Vandercook Lake. After forcing a safety to open the game, Leslie's Braden Romero is back deep to receive the free kick. And he's got speed, he's got blocking, and in the end, he's got a 50-yard return up the sideline to put the Blackhawks in business at the 20-yard line. Just 2 plays later, Leslie quarterback Joel Cranmore fakes the handoff, takes it around the right side, and he'll tiptoe into the end zone. Blackhawks take a 9-0 lead less than 2 minutes into the game. So we've seen Romero and we've seen Cranmore, and on the next Leslie possession, we see them working together. Cranmore hits Romero over the middle, and he's in for the touchdown. The Blackhawks win big, 52-6, the final score.